Welcome to your boy's show, the Maf Kast.
Yes.
I don't even want to say what episode this is because it's been a crazy week. So let's just start off and just say, welcome back. All right. I am here, your boy JoMaf. And I got today with me co-hosting, or should I say guest appearance?
However you want to put it.
My beautiful sister, baby sister, TiaLavon.
Hello, good people. Hello.
All right. So you British now.
Yes,
Okay, all right.
No, I can't do that the whole show.
No, don't do that. Shout out to my engineer, always uplifting the motherfucking the show. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jay. And we just gonna get into it, man. First thing I want to talk about is the necessity of authenticity. I think in this day and age, everybody, I mean, even when you're young, even when I was young, you want to fit in. You want to fit in. You don't want to feel like you the oddball in the bunch.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You don't understand till you go through your trials and tribulations that some of us, we just can't be normal, quote unquote normal, if we try.
Right.
Some of us are just gonna move differently.
Right.
But
you've never been normal.
I've never been normal.
Not at all.
I've never been normal. Nothing about me has been normal.
Nothing.
But see, my plight growing up is the first half of my plight was I didn't know how different I was. I wanted to be normal. You know what I'm saying? Then the second half of my plight was I'm walking into being different, and I'm starting to realize how much that's ruffling feathers.
Pissing people off.
It's just not really pissing people off, but it's making people. It's just making people feel uncomfortable to be around a nigga like me for too long because I'm just gonna keep it a buck at all times.
Right.
At all times. It don't care who's in the room. I don't care. My mama in the room.
Right.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm just gonna be me.
Yeah.
But
see, I'm used to that. Sometimes you're just a reminder at how boxed in someone is. So I could see how that may rub somebody the wrong way. You out here free, living life.
Right. How dare you?
How dare you?
Right.
How dare you?
And so you know, I've been hit with some speed bumps. That was definitely unforeseen the last week. You know what I'm saying? Or the last week or two. And I was and the only thing different in my pattern was that I invited some people that didn't really know. Weren't used to that. I just live my life freely. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have no secrets. I don't got no cut cards. I just don't know how to not be authentic, right?
Right. There's no filter that came with him. I assure you, I've been looking for it for years. No filter.
But my thing is, I feel like instead of people being uncomfortable about it, instead of people being off put about it, I feel like people should not honor that. That'd be asked too much, but people should be inspired by that.
Some people probably are. You ain't gonna hear from everybody that's inspired by you.
Right.
You'd be surprised. Those are the people that be quiet.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
so
true.
it's someone
That's
out
true.
there that's like, man, that dude Joe. I'm gonna be like that guy. Man.
I'm scared of that nigga. First of all, I didn't ask you to be like me, my nigga. I just said be inspired to be whoever you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Because the one thing I learned about life, right, is that people will live a long life trying to be something they was told to be.
Oh, yes.
They will live 40, 50 years trying to meet a standard that they didn't create.
And that's where these midlife crises come in at, too.
Yes.
Because people went their whole life doing what they thought their mama would be proud of.
Yeah.
Rather than living in their truth.
Yeah.
And then when they realize, man, life is short and I'm coming up on the end of this thing. It's like...
Or not even that. You just look up and see that life has passed you by.
Yeah.
The things that you wanted, you don't have, or you're not even close to, because you thought you had to do it a certain way. Yeah. And you see other people living their life and being free, and then you start having animosity. Or not even that. You start having more pride by judging people living differently than you.
Yes, they love to judge.
Oh my God.
Oh, they love to judge it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I always seem to come across this, because especially with podcasting too, because this isn't my first rodeo as far as a podcast. I mean, this actually my shirt right here is my first rodeo.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. And I wore it for a reason because when I started Crime 360, right? It was a show with another guy and two ladies, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember in the beginning, I told these what should I call them? Individuals. You know what I'm saying? Because I got love for them. It's all good. Yes. But I told them, shout out to E. I say, look, this is like any other relationship. This is going to show. It's going to reveal you and the people you're dealing with. So what we gotta do is figure out how to use our strengths and weaknesses and make the best product. Right now, when you sitting and talking to people, because this is one thing about podcasts, it's differently than dating, right? Because you can date somebody and y'all could be just each other's representative, right? Right. Yeah. But when you pod with somebody, you can only fake but so long. Yeah. You talking, I mean, I guess like a couple hours a week, but it's an intimate setting. Conversations are going to be flowing. You want to learn a lot about the people, and people going to learn a lot about themselves.
And it ain't just podding. Like even on regular like talk shows, when you have a group of people, it's inevitable that you're going to clash, and you're not going to always be able to hold that composure on camera or whatever the case. You're gonna clash, but you gotta know at the end of the day that this is what it's about. It's about that fluid conversation.
And so I remember the one of the young ladies on the Crime 360. Me and her didn't get along at all. We was just like oil and water. We just wasn't clicking. But see, I understood that we can use that as a strength for the show. Right. I was like, look, you don't like me, I don't like you, that's cool. But let's play on that on the show, and then we can build a respect for each other off air. Right. That this is just how we operate on the show. Right. But once again, that takes somebody to be comfortable.
I was gonna say, you're also someone who has been comfortable in conflict for quite some time. Like you're okay with a little conflict. You know what I mean? It's all right. And anybody that's close to you has had conflict with you. Yes. I feel like it's a rite of passage. If
That's
you
true.
are gonna, if you want to know,
true.
You want to know how you know that you mean something to Joe or that you guys are close. Have you had an altercation with him?
Javante has had an altercation with
me. Whenever you have altercation with you, that's how you know you're getting closer. You're getting closer to each other. Right. But not everybody can do that. Not everybody can be like, okay, I can flex my communication skills or flex, whatever's going on.
Whoever they are. Because that's one thing about me, man. Contrary to popular belief, I am not a bully. I'm just somebody that enjoys being themselves, and I would like other people to be themselves around me.
And you're unapologetically yourself. I feel like when you're unapologetically yourself, it forces other people to either get with it or get lost. You know what I mean? So it's like it may seem like you're bullying because you're not apologizing for who you are. Right. And it's like, no, for me, I don't think you're a bully. I've grown up with you. I feel like I learned how to come back at you just as aggressive, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not even in a way where it's negative. But I've learned it to stand on my 10 toes when I'm talking to you. Because that's how you are 24/7. Yeah. So I gotta come at you the same way. And
part of the reason for that is that I had a father in my life 24/7.
Right, and he made us stand 10 toes.
He made you stand up.
I think I grew an 11th one. Actually,
he ain't playing. Yeah. So that's just easy for me to be. So but like I said, the young lady, she didn't want to participate in that. She didn't like that. She was uncomfortable with that. And so
question.
What's up?
For those who are watching this and are thinking about doing a podcast, how do you gauge whether this is going to work or not?
I feel like this, though, my sister. I feel like...
I mean, you've been through a few. So.
I've been through a few, so I can tell you how it doesn't work. Okay. How about that?
All right.
Let me tell you how it doesn't work.
Yeah,
so how it doesn't work is just you thinking that you could just pop up with just anybody and just have a conversation. Right. Because like I said, you're learning each other. Yeah. So y'all might both enjoy it to talk, but y'all both might live a total different fucking life. Yeah. You might be a great person. That person might be evil, but y'all just like to talk. Yeah. It ain't gonna work. I feel like the one thing that I've always been missing when it comes to doing a podcast that's working with people, because one thing I'm not going to be doing another podcast with a bunch of people no more. Like, you're going to see your boy and the guests, you know what I'm saying, and the engineer. You know what I'm saying? Ain't going to be no. I'm not doing that no more. And the reason why is because I never can be with people that know me. And I feel like those are the best podcasts when Wallow and Gilly.
When they can accept you.
Wallow and Gilly, when Joe Budden was with his boys, when people.
When it was good.
When it was great. But people know each other and they know how to play off each other and they know how to protect each other and they know how to make fun of each other without going too far.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've cracked jokes on people on the show and laugh and go home, and I'm getting text messages later like, nigga, you ain't had to say that on air. And I'm like, nigga, I was just joking. You know what I'm saying?
But, you know, for me, it's like somebody does that to me on air because I know how to conduct myself on camera. I know how to be like, how to speed past it. You know what I'm saying? How like people don't know that people get stuck in a moment on camera. And it's like, nah, you gotta be able to, you know, to move past that.
Yeah. So the group I was a part of, Crime 360, Shorty, she fell. I think she wound up falling through first. The women kind of left one after the other. It was just a little too much for them, right? So then me and the homie Cool Hunter, we tried to keep it going, and we did good. We picked up AP Fresh. Shout out to AP.
Oh, yeah.
And it was going solid. We was going really good. But then, like I say, you got differences. You got people. You got different ideologies of how we move. You know what I'm saying? And that caused friction. It caused friction when y'all not really moving the same way because
maybe an understanding has to be made before you go into it. Is it like listen, I'm a go in, like, and you gotta know I'm gonna be wild, crazy. Like, don't let that come to you. Like,
but do you think so? Because two people can have that conversation. But just because both people say, okay, cool, and they walk off, it don't mean that when it's executed, it's going to still hit the same.
I feel that.
So that's why I feel like it should be people that got a comfort level of trust between each other. I think that's the most important. If you don't trust the person that you having intimate conversations with, to put a business behind that shit.
Yeah.
Or not even the business, the commitment. Yeah. Because it's a commitment to show up every week to talk and to put yourself out there or put your opinions out. It's a commitment. Yeah. Everybody ain't with that shit.
Not at all.
So like I say, I've dealt with that with Crowd 360, going through that. Me and AP started to do a joint. You know what I'm saying? And COVID actually stopped that.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually like the shit fell through. Yeah. But one thing about it though is I learned that it's really difficult in the podcast world for people to be themselves, for people to just say, hey, yo, this is me. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, I've been doing this shit for so long. That's why I'm so passionate about keep on trying it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm this way without a microphone and a camera. You know what I'm saying?
And you think about when you are on camera, like a lot of people, like, you know, I interview people all the time. You know what I'm saying? So
shout out to your show. Come on, man. Plug that joint.
Thursday night spotlight.
Look at this nigga here. Plug. Can we edit that? Can we edit that?
No, leave that in.
That was edit that, please. That was just so trash.
Leave it in.
Yo, mic check 1 2. Dog.
Leave that in.
That was crazy, dog.
You talk about unapologetically you, correct?
That's true.
Well,
but goddamn.
Leave it in.
I mean, I don't care how I look. It was just crazy. Because I said, did I break it though? Shit.
You know, you and the fingers. Y'all ain't never actually been correct.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
And it's just like, you know, I don't know.
Did you pause the drink?
No, it's still cool.
All right, no, it's cool. So what was I saying before we had the malfunction?
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Dang.
You look, see the fucking.
I was laughing so hard.
So you asked. So you shout out your show.
Thursday
Shout out
night
your show.
Spotlight. Okay, check your girl out. TIA_LAVON on Instagram, and you can check it out on TiaLavon.com. But no, okay, I know what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that, like, being on camera, and I've been on different ends. I've been on my show, and I've been like with a machine or a company behind you. And it's like, yeah, it's easy for people to think like, oh, everybody's looking at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me, let me act a certain way, the way they think. But you'd be surprised. I had to learn too. People will appreciate you for just being true to who you are. That comes off on camera. That comes off on radio. That comes off in anything you do. Like, that's the reality of sitting in this chair. Like,
but see, it's also you not trying to be perfect. Exactly. Just like how the shit fell down. You was like, leave it. You know why you said leave it? Because I don't give a fuck about being perfect.
No.
And that's the thing about life. Like I think the most beautiful things about life is the imperfection sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when I'm getting
about the best times you've had, the best laughs we've had, been in the worst situation.
I remember one of the craziest laughs I had with this nigga right here. We was young and we was in motherfucking Jiffy Lube. We was kids. We was kids, right? Hey, yo, Jay, check this out. We in motherfucking Jiffy Lube. We kids sitting in the waiting room.
Out of our story.
We waiting and shit to just get the car, you know what I'm saying? We with moms and shit. And next thing you know, it was a big, heavy, wide woman came in the joint. Heavy white woman, wide, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about wide.
She was wide. She took up 2 seats, right? She took up 2 seats. This nigga is sitting on the edge of one of the seats that the woman is trying to back up and sit down, right? This nigga is scooting till she fall and bust her ass on the floor.
In the plant.
In the plant. And she's like, And the woman said, she looked back, the woman felt so motherfucking ashamed. She was like, I'm not that big, honey.
And I was like, damn wrong.
Hey, Slim. Her ass is all in the plant, nigga. Everybody in Jiffy Lube was rolling.
But again, like, imperfect time, best moment.
Yeah.
It's just it's how it is.
Yeah.
You got to be willing to embrace that. You can't be on a pod with somebody that's like, it wasn't perfect. Do it over. Run it back, Javante. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? No.
So look, so with that being said, I want y'all to know that y'all gonna see what y'all gonna get from the Maf Kast show is y'all gonna get unapologetically being authentic. You gonna hear? I'm gonna talk about
unapologetic authenticity.
You could say it, sister.
Unapologetic authenticity.
You're going to see me living. You're going to see me going through shit, and you're going to hear me talking about it. And I don't give a fuck about anybody's judgment, because guess what? I'm living my life. One thing I want my life to do is inspire other people and learn and make other people learn from the shit that I've done. Because like I say, that's how we supposed to live. We supposed to live to be a springboard for somebody else.
Right.
So how can you do that if you so scared to present yourself to the world? Mm-hmm. So here I am, JoMaf. You know what I'm saying? So
you heard that, Javon.
Why you ain't put a little? You know what I'm saying? So look, so me and you was talking before off air, and we was talking about. I was talking about how you said something about Coi Leray is not getting a.
No, she's nominated for a BET award.
Okay, she's getting an award,
and it's getting a little spicy, a little heated because people are saying this is a representation of colorism because City Girls and Flo Milli have yet to receive their BET award. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, personally, that's just like, honey, Coi Leray had the hottest song. Like, like she's hot right now. Like, what do you mean? Like,
but I feel like, see, this is the thing. Who's saying it's colorism? Is it just fans or is the City Girls?
Fans. It's not City Girls. It's not JT and Carisha.
Okay.
It's like the fans are saying, she likes skin. Okay. And that's why she getting this award.
Hey, but see, do you think it's any validity to that?
I don't. Not in this particular. Now, of course, we know colorism, is a thing. And it is real, especially in the industry. But in this particular circumstance, I just think people are salty.
I feel like Coi Leray is getting a lot of salt from a lot of different places, right?
Hell, she got it from her daddy.
I was about to say, startlingly unfair from her dad for being her, and then for her, for some reason, her being skinny and showing her body,
people.
It's starting conversations.
It's bothering people.
It's bothering women though. It's not bothering men. Men are all right with this.
It's crazy to me because for somebody who used to be just as skinny, okay, like. Honey, like I'm happy that she out here loving herself rather than trying to get plastic surgery, trying to fatten up crazy.
But can we keep it a buck though? Like women body shame women.
Absolutely.
Men don't body shame women. Men just want y'all naked.
How many times, like women, if we're honest, like when we're out, how many times have we been like, girl, did you see her? Why did you think she could wear that? Like it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Like we like to say. It's mostly men doing it. Like, and they are. Like, men do it, but No, women do it more.
Nah, women body shame women, man. It's sad. But see, this is what I was telling wifey earlier. I was like, you know what's crazy? Like I'm seeing in this day and this is we're gonna get back to the Coil Ray topic because I'm not. Yeah, but it's you see women now more so now than ever. I don't think women are getting dolled up and dressed to impress men no more.
But
I think they try to impress other women.
Yeah, absolutely. 1,000%.
So why does that make sense to you?
Because I'm a woman. Like, no.
Yeah. Like, so insanity makes sense to you. That's what you're saying.
A little bit. Okay. But no, it's because like, I mean, it's more like friendly sport. You know what I mean? It's not like
it's
in
not,
a bad way.
Not when y'all taking it too far.
It's friendly sport. It's like, okay, I want to go out here and see. You know, I want to look my best. I want to feel for me anyway. I'll say this. Let me speak for myself. I can't speak for everybody.
Okay.
But I will say, I like getting dolled up and being around other women who are dolled up in their best. I'm not one of those. I know women who like to get dolled up and be around buckets because it makes them feel better. Okay. And I'm not one of them. I like to be around other women, other baddies. You know what I mean? Other women who are feeling their best. So yeah, that's why. I mean, I get dressed up. Of course, I want to appeal to my husband, you know. But I also like when I'm out with my girls. Like I'm like, okay, we're all feeling and looking our best. Like that's why I do this. I like to be a part of that energy.
But this is what I think. I feel like it's like the Russell Westbrook conversation, right?
With the popcorn.
No. Talking about like the game of basketball, as far as in the NBA is concerned, is supposed to be about winning championships, right?
Right.
But Russell Westbrook is so talented, but he never took his team as far as I think as conference finals at one time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he always seems that can average a triple double. Okay. So it's like he's appealing to people that just like the triple doubles, but he's not really getting the best out the game because he's not appealing to what the game is set for. So I'm saying, women, if you're trying to get men, shouldn't you be more focused about appealing to men than appealing to women?
I get that. I feel that as a guy. I get why you're saying that.
No, let me say this because it's going too far. See, so when you start saying about friendly competition, it's not
friendly sport.
Friendly sport, but no, it's not friendly no more. When y'all putting helmets on, y'all putting face paint on, y'all about to go play football. And I'm saying, listen,
wigs are not helmets. I don't know.
Wigs are saying, listen. Just because y'all got special makeup kits that can blend the straps, don't mean that it ain't a helmet. It ain't a hat. But let me walk around with this hat on every day. What would the chick say? Take that off. You hiding your hair. Well, I should say I should say the same thing to these bitches. Take that hat off, bitch. You hiding your hair. Don't tell me it's a protective measurement. Let me see what you're protecting.
What you protect? You ain't protecting nothing. It's a protective unit. I told you.
It's protecting your self-esteem. That's what's protected. That's what it. That's what I was like. I want to see women again getting dolled up for men. Don't get dolled up for other women.
The reality of it is, like you just said, you know, right before you fumbled the microphone, you just said
that was the engineer fault. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, but you said all we want to do is see y'all naked.
Yes.
So it's really no point in getting dressed for y'all because you don't want it regardless. You gonna want it.
You gonna use my shit against me.
Okay, it's here. Okay. Haha. Come on. You gonna want it.
That's true.
But
that's true.
You know, other women, they're actually critiquing. You know, they're like, her toes and hands don't match.
They not critiquing, you know they just judging your ass. That's all.
But I'm just saying, like, you're talking about getting dressed for men, but it's like men don't require that really no more. Like you said, they just want you to be. If
men are simple, why make the game hard? That's all I'm saying. Why make the game hard? And that's what the great honorable Kevin Samuels is always doing. He's always telling women, stop making it hard.
You can cut the tape.
No. But let's go back to the Coil Ray, right? Because something about the great honorable Kevin Samuels, he ruffles the women's feathers.
Oh my God.
But yeah. So Coil Ray, we was talking, and you had brought that up. But what I was saying was, you know, because I follow Coil Ray too, because I think she's a pretty girl. I like her, right?
Too.
But I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, though, could the Benzino watch her IG Live? It's not like she's like vulgar, but it's just like them twerk videos.
But again, like you just talked about being yourself, being who you are unapologetically. It's like when I look at her, I feel like she gets bashed for being unapologetically her. Like whether that's dressing, like baggy hoodie, you know me. I like my gully mode too, or whether it's dressing up nice and then revealing her body and it pissing off other women for some reason, or whether it's twerking her little booty like across the street.
She does a great job with it, but I'm just saying, I'm just thinking like as a father, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I had a daughter and she's on Instagram and she has a presence and she has a talent and she's good at it, but in order to sell it, she has to be sexual with it. How would I feel as a father? Would I stand in her way?
I feel like right now it's reasonable for you to be having these questions. I feel like though, knowing you, I feel like if your daughter, when she got older, if she was living living in her passion, her talent, being who she is, unapologetically happy with who she is, you know what I mean? Like not conforming to what society says that she should be.
That's a fact.
All of that good stuff. And she just happens to be shaking her little butt sometimes on Instagram. I don't think you would be upset. I really don't.
I listen.
Or maybe I just have too much hope. But
maybe because all I'm saying is this: everything else before the shaking the little butt on Instagram was great.
I feel like you could overlook that though. I really do.
But see,
if she's doing A, B, C, and not D, I feel like you would be like,
Now this is when it's gonna get crazy because if she was the smallest Coil Ray, yes. But if she is about one of them, if
she's like Ari, or if she like,
no, I'm saying no. Don't do this. Go to church.
Or if she
get yourself together. Yeah, no, stop it, baby. You're hurting us.
Well, you asked how Benzino could do it. Maybe he ain't tripping because she built like a little boy.
Yeah, she not built like a little boy. Don't do that.
Sorry.
She ain't built like a little boy. That was me.
Okay, I'm sorry. But maybe because she's slender.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I'm just saying. But see, Mulatto, her father at one time was her manager. I don't know if he's still her manager now. But my thing is like Mulatto, she's another beautiful girl, but she's very sexual in her lyrics. Probably more than motherfucking.
I feel like she's more than what she has to be. Personally,
what you mean?
I feel like she don't have to be. I feel like she chose that route. I feel like she don't have to be.
What you mean? Because to be honest with you, that's gonna sound rude. I'm about to say, what woman is not trying to add a little sexual spice into it?
Right. I mean, it's sad to say, but
because ain't nobody paying attention to Tierra Whack.
No, you're not.
They're not paying enough attention to Rhapsody.
They're not paying enough attention to these rappers, but it's right. In order to really excel, you do have to kind of sell sex. It's just what the reality of. It
seems like it's the method that works, and that's why they're doing it.
Unfortunately, it is, and I feel like that's the same reason why I'm upset with Nicki, because I feel like.
Why are you upset with Nicki? She just had a baby.
No, I'm not. Let me finish. Okay, I feel like I was upset with Nicki because I feel like she's grown so much in this industry. She has a brother that's battling charges. She has.
Oh no, he suffered his charges. He's in jail. You fucking freak.
We're not talking about him. But she got, her dad just passed. She has all these. She just had a kid. She's married. Well, she's married to this dude. She got all these things going on, but she don't talk about it in her rap. She talks. If I hear one more time about how these bitches is her stepson, or how she's stepping her cookies up, like I'm tired of all. You are enough to talk about what's going on through your life, and I kind of feel that way about Mulatto. I feel like she didn't have to necessarily go as sexual as she's doing. She could have blended it a little differently, balanced it out a little differently. But she chose this route because, of course, she's a beautiful woman, and you know what I'm saying, sex sells.
But what woman? I'm not to say this to say it can't be done, but what woman has done that other than maybe a Lauryn Hill that made that put out a project and the talent and the substance itself is what rolls into the talent and not the sexual innuendos or packaging. What woman did?
I would love to see it, honestly. I would. And like I said, I ain't one of these like boring.
But it's going to take women to support that.
Yeah, and I was about to say, I'm not one of these boring betties that don't enjoy a good ratchet song. You know what I'm saying? I love a good ratchet song. I love a good ratchet song. But I feel like, I do appreciate when I hear women trying to talk about something other than their body. You know what I mean? Other than getting a stack after they had sex with this dude. Like, I do appreciate.
But you know what? This is when I start thinking that life is imitating art, because I'm telling you, that's what these chicks is thinking about. Yeah. These chicks out here ain't got nothing on, and when I say that, I don't mean all of them. So I don't want to say all, but a large portion of these females are out here thinking that their pussy is the everything that they need. Long as they can present the packaging like they got the best out here, that's all they need.
Yeah, and we talked about that in our last episode. Make sure you check that out. But we talked about that as well, like about, you know, I told you, I think it's lame that we want men to be as so much more you know, mature, or
now you want a man to be multifaceted.
Perfect. That's exactly what we say we want him to be. But at the same time, you want him to be simplistic enough to be like, oh, she fine. I'll spend all my money on her just because she fine, or just because she this and that. It's like, no, that's not what I want. If I want a multifaceted man, I gotta come to the table and be just as multifaceted. And I ain't mad if he requires that as well.
But I feel like most, not I don't like to say that word most, because the homie always say most turn niggas off. But a lot of women motherfucking think that when they say that they searching for security, they be talking financially, but really they be having that the idea of actually filling that void of their insecurity. Like, they be wanting a man to fill that void of everything that they lacking inside. Yeah. But then the flip side is, okay, while that man is investing in you, how are you investing in that man?
Very true.
How are you reciprocating that love?
Very true.
And time and that effort.
Absolutely. One thing my father instilled in me that I just ran with, I don't know why I ran with it, but I ran with it, is he told me to never be a man downfall.
God damn, Dad. That's what you saying?
That's what he told me. He did.
God damn.
And he told me never be a man downfall. And I took that.
Amen.
I thankfully took that the right way. As far as, like, I got myself together. I made sure that I got myself on a career, on a spiritual heightened level, on in every level that I'm working on myself before I think I'm gonna be any type of asset to anybody else, period. And it should go both ways.
Yeah, I'm with that.
It should go both ways. I want to be an asset to somebody. I don't want to carry nobody. I don't want nobody to carry me.
But see, I think that a lot of women though listen, when women support you, it's nothing that you can do. When women are behind you, it's nothing nothing can stop you.
No, nothing.
But the thing is, a lot of women have this concept of, okay, if I do this for you, now you're going to have to abide by these laws. These laws are how I see my life to be. You're going to have to do this. If I'm going to do this for you, it's going to be transactional.
I also feel like I know a lot of women who are powerful forces around the wrong nigga.
Oh, my God.
Powerful.
But hold up, that go both ways. See, you know what's crazy? I don't never see the laws of attraction. It's always you get who you are, but you also get a little bit of what you're not too.
Yeah, to balance you out.
Yeah. So
nothing attracts better than opposite.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm a boisterous nigga, but if my woman is a laid back woman, and I've always seemed to attract those type of females because my personality is so big.
Yeah, I'm an outgoing woman and I have a laid back man.
Yeah, so but see, that happens more the cases than not. Yeah. You don't see two motherfuckers wilding together. It's always somebody that balances the other person out. Right. So but the flip side is sometimes it's a person with more experience in life. That attracts the person that is very inexperienced in life. Yeah. And sometimes that can be a doozy. That can be very hard to deal with when you got a lot of life experience and you deal with somebody that don't know shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But it's, you know what's crazy, but that's what I'm saying. That's when the downfall comes in, because when women behind you, it's all great. But when women start trying to, when they start trying to say, okay, I'm gonna do this, but you're gonna have to fill out all these other extra shit, that's when it becomes a downfall, because life ain't, one thing I learned about relationships, this shit ain't supposed to be a control thing. No. We're not supposed to be in a relationship so I can control your whereabouts so it can make me a better man, or can make me feel more validated as a title I'm holding, as your husband or your boyfriend or your fiance, whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be able to uplift each other in where we have weaknesses, but also be able to let each other be free enough to exist.
Yeah.
And be able to make mistakes without judgment. Be able to grow without somebody saying you're not supposed to do that.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like people get with someone and they just don't expect them to grow, and then they also don't really think about what growing entails. Like people talk about, I want to grow old with someone, I want to grow together with someone, but it's like you don't really talk about what growing means. That means like changing. That means not all, like I may have liked this before, but or I may have wanted these things in the past, but I don't want that now. That's not that's not who I am now or where I am now, and it's like that is the kicker. People think you're supposed to grow but stay the same.
But see, this is the one thing I ask myself. Is that a natural thing, or is that something that's been implemented in us through society? Is this whole thing that we need to find somebody to be with for the rest of our lives? Because I feel like this world is so big and so vast, just to think that you're supposed to find a little spot to just sit down and bunker with this person for the rest of their life. I just feel like that sounds insane.
But see, bunkering. See that right there. That's what it
is.
Yeah, but I think that's the misconception, though. And I think that's also the scariness of it too. When people think about being with somebody, like, let's forever, like, let's bunker down. We'll have a little piece of this, and we're just gonna go over there, this little piece of happiness, and enjoy this. And it's like that's to me being scared. You know what I'm saying? Like of life, because I feel like when you growing with someone, when you're truly growing with someone, you have to be open to the possibility of anything. Because whatever that may be, like you can't predict the trajectory of how this person is going to grow. And that's just, and it's scary though, because what if that person grows apart from you?
And that's what I'm saying. So, okay, because that happens.
It does.
So what I'm saying is that kind of goes with my point, where if we're growing apart, because I mean, I think you have to have a constant relationship, a constant vocal relationship about goals, about where y'all are at. Constant. I mean, almost to the point where it's ad nauseum. In order for y'all to grow at the same pace, or not at the same pace, but grow in the same direction. But when you're talking about how life goes, most people don't see. Most people say they want to communicate, but they only want to say what they're comfortable saying. If you want to communicate, you got to say the shit that's uncomfortable to talk about as well.
And the best way for, like, if we're talking about relationships to grow, is having uncomfortable conversations. Yeah. Like, there's some things my husband has said to me, and I'm like, like that didn't make me feel the best, but it's not about making me feel good. Nah. It's about being honest and being able to move forward in a transparent level to where we can grow together. Exactly. And that's what it's about.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the growing apart, I think more relationships fall because people grow apart. And I think it's hard to they make it so hard to easily just grow apart because you get tied down with titles. Like the word husband, the etymology of the word husband means one that's bound to house. You can look that up for yourself. Y'all ain't gotta take my word for it. But what I'm saying is, if they came up with that word for us to use casually, but the meaning is that, then that's what it means when you get in a relationship. You are bound to that house, that mortgage, that family that needs you 24/7. But this is what I'm saying, is that ideology is something natural because, okay, on the flip side, you got certain people that's of good, that is of wealth, that plant pace, like Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon's having
4 babies in 1 year.
And it's some people that's talking crazy about him for that.
Listen, if that man has the financial foundation to support these children, and me personally, I mean, I feel like Nick Cannon, he battles, what, lupus, I think it is.
He did. I don't know if it's
ongoing.
Okay.
It's ongoing. It's something that he just continuously battles. And I feel like if he wants to ensure that his legacy is left behind in a certain way, who am I to tell this man that he can't go around here sowing his royal oats?
Yeah, especially if his baby mamas is all cool.
They all okay with it.
Yeah, I don't see the problem. Now, the one thing that I got with that, the only thing I say with that is, if you can be able to have all your kids, like the homie,
together.
the homie Derek Grace, he seemed to be able to have all his baby mamas could bring the kids all together, and they can be raised together. So, and they working as a village, you know what I'm saying? Then I think that works. If you spreading your seed, and you got to be able to
discourse,
but not even discourse, distance, because it's like, my nigga, one thing I can't even imagine. I can't imagine going a week without seeing my son. But then if I had another son across town, it would have to happen. But that week without my son, what am I missing? Yeah. What's affecting him that I'm not being there for?
There's sacrifices in any decision that you make.
So that's
and to be when you're that. When you're that great. Because if we're staying on Nick Cannon, he's got an empire. You know what I'm saying? Regardless how people want to clown him, he's got an empire.
No,
so when you're that great, it's like there is sacrifice, and that is going to be time spent with people you would rather be with than sitting here looking, you know what I'm saying, at your face all day long. But it's like, at the end of the day, who am I to say that he ain't that sacrifice ain't something that he's willing to take? You know what I'm saying?
But see, I always wonder about that too, because in this society, they make you think that what's most important is the things that you can buy, like things that you can get through money and riches. But man, I'm gonna tell you, in this day and age, having me growing up with a father, right, makes me such a anomaly out here now. You know what I'm saying? Like the way I think, the way I move when I'm talking to other men. It's a lot of men that I talk to that got a lot of feminine mindsets, and it's not their fault. It's just because they've been raised by nothing but women. And the sad part is, those be the ones that have a lot of kids, and those be the ones that be out here projecting all this masculinity. But it's like, bro, if you ain't learned that shit from a man, you can't. You just gotta check that shit at all times. You know what I'm saying?
I'd like to see personally, I know it's important to have, if you can, to have a 2-parent home. You know what I mean? I understand the importance because I grew up in one. I get it. Right. I remember a time in school growing up when they asked how many people live with both parents, and I was the only one in the class that was there.
What?
I remember that. One. I came home in shock. You know what I mean? Wow, this is the fact. But I've in today's day and time, I've seen different facets. I've seen people who've been together and been able or been separated and been able to build a foundation, you know what I'm saying, with each other, regardless of being separated. They're able to stay on the same page, stay the course for their child. And I've seen, of course, have we all seen the dysfunction, when they separate and falling in the cracks and all that. But I'd like to see people still build that foundation, regardless of if they together or not together. I feel like if I got a kid with you and we not together, you know what I'm saying, we should still be able to plan things together for the simple fact that we're part of the same foundation.
But you know what gets in the middle of that? Feelings and emotions and ego. Because I'm gonna tell you, I remember I was dating this chick in South Carolina. She had 2 kids, and she was telling me because the baby, the second child, she just got out of a relationship with him, but she was dealing with the nigga at the time, and I was having a problem with that because I ain't had no kids, so I was trying to figure out what the fuck are y'all talking to? I'm trying to be all nosy and shit, and she was like, look, we're family.
Yeah, that's the fact.
And that shit fucked me up. I didn't want to hear that shit. I'm like, no, y'all not. Y'all just got kids together.
They family.
She's like, no, we're family. Like, no matter what, I'm gonna have to deal with this for the rest of my life. And I couldn't. That was a hard pill to swallow at the time. But it was just now being grown, I'm realizing that's the mindset you have to have for your kids.
Absolutely.
You can't let nobody come and fuck that up.
No.
That is your family.
That's your family.
Ain't nothing else about it. But see, a lot of times the feelings get involved and people don't want to still have that attachment.
No.
But you don't have to be emotionally attached to somebody in order just to be there for them.
Absolutely not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you don't have to. And I think
it's not easy sometimes.
No, ain't nobody saying it's easy. Okay, not at all. Especially like you said, when there's feelings involved. And then not even just feelings. Me and my husband, we have different ideals about how how he was raised differently than we were. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, it's like, imagine being separated from somebody and y'all having to deal with those difference in opinions. It ain't as smooth as you think it would be. So nobody's saying it's easy, but it is necessary. And if we're gonna have this conversation that many people do about how marriage isn't necessary or how marriage is outdated or however the case people put, then we gotta talk about, that can happen, that can be outdated, as you say, but the unity and the foundation needs to still be a priority.
Obtained. It's like this. I be telling niggas all the time, like, I'm not like the homie Derek Grace on Instagram and shit. I'm subscribed to what he said, not cause he said it, but because I believe in doing things on your own terms. So I'm like this: marriage is more than just a piece of paper. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Marriage is a lot more than a reverend or a government validating y'all relationship. It's more than a ceremony. So you don't need that shit in order to have the commitment, or to have the obligations and all that, the investments that a married couple have. My thing is, when you start doing that paper stuff, you got to realize that's just business. Yeah, that has nothing to do with anything that's important. Mm-hmm. That's just business. So if you push that aside, a lot of relationships will work. Mm-hmm. Because they said that
business puts the pressure on it.
They said a divorce rate it be skyrocketed. Number one reason don't be infidelity. Mm-hmm. It be finances.
Absolutely. It be fine. But now statistics are showing that people aren't getting married. They are getting married, but they're not getting married as quickly as they used to. Yeah. Now statistics are showing that people are getting married after they've bought the house, after they've got the career,
but they still get divorced.
But no, the divorce rate isn't as high as it used to be. But it's people are taking longer to get married. People aren't saying, we gotta get married, then we can have a baby, and then we can get the house. And it's not like that no more. Yeah. Now people are saying, okay, look, if we can get married at some point, but we're gonna go ahead and get this money right first, and maybe later on down the line we could do that.
I respect, like I said, I went to Yahweh. Yahweh was beautiful. I cried like a little bitch. It was wonderful, right? But one thing about me, I said I'm a fan, and the thing about it is I'm a fan. I'm never a fan of somebody that's just doing something for no reason. Like, I was a fan of y'all shit because I was raised with you and I saw that this is something that you wanted from day one. Mm-hmm. It wasn't, I don't think it was implemented in you, or I watched you, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you saw our parents. If anything, it was from our parents, mm-hmm. and you wanted to emulate that. Mm-hmm. And I respect that. Now with me, I saw that and I said, you know what? I want to emulate the substance. I don't give a fuck about the glitz and the glam. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because that right there can get in the way of what's important. And mm-hmm. I've seen it. I've seen so many people focus on the marriage. Yeah. Focus on the wedding, focus on all that shit.
Oh, yeah. I know plenty of women ready to be a wife and don't know what it entails.
Oh, my God. Is that, you preaching today? Nigga.
Facts, though. I know plenty of women that's like, hey, put that ring on it. But you don't support him in any of his dreams or endeavors. Y'all not on the same page.
You don't even nurture shit.
Nothing. Don't nurture nothing. But you want to ring.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Or you them bitches gonna find themselves like Vivica Fox.
Okay, you want an expensive ring, right? That part. You don't want any ring. You want an expensive ring, and you don't even know what being a wife or a partner, and not even just being a wife, but being a partner to somebody.
Not even, but you know what? Let's break it down. Being a friend.
Yeah, you can't even be a friend.
Because this is the thing. A friend is there for you through whatever.
Through it all.
Through it. So when you taking them vows, you saying for better or worse, most of these motherfuckers don't even mean that shit.
Mm-mm. It's contractual.
Yeah, it's for better, and when it get worse, I'm out this motherfucker.
It's for better and until a little bit of worse.
Yeah, that worse get a lot.
Yeah, if it get a lot, I'm out.
But so that's what I'm saying. But see, if you break it down and be like, look, this is my friend, like fuck, because we always use words too loosely.
Yeah, we do.
But my friend, that's an intimate word, my nigga.
I don't say anybody's my friend unless I mean it.
Oh, facts.
And you know, okay, I don't call you my friend unless I know.
But like I said, I was about to tell you. But these women out here that's only seeing shit one way, they're gonna find themselves like Vivica Fox. She's doing interviews now, still saying 50 Cent's name, and I feel like 50 Cent should send her a cease and desist.
Yeah.
Like, stop saying my name. Why are you talking about me?
Fact.
I got a whole new bitch that's shitting on you,
and she ain't been with nobody else of to note. You know what I mean?
Nobody want her reconstructed face. It's what she need to understand is that it's over. Shit, and I'm like this for all, not just her, all these motherfuckers that be talking about they shoulda, couldas. Nigga, it's over. Stop it. Diddy, stop posting pictures of J-Lo. She doesn't want you.
She went to Ben Affleck.
Larissa Pippen is still, long live Larissa Pippen. She will not be stopped. No, Larissa, you are going.
Let Larissa live her hot girl summer. That's all.
It's a summer. It's a hot girl moment. It's a hot girl lifetime.
She just wanted. Let her do her.
I feel bad for her kids though, because I think her son play basketball and shit. He's trying to figure out how to shoot the hoop and dealing with his mama being like that. Can you imagine that shit? That's why I give LeBron all the props in the world. That nigga mama slept with his teammate, and that nigga still won a championship. I quit basketball after that.
Did let that team.
But he came back and gave a chip.
He needed a moment. He said, "Y'all, it's too much."
But you know what's crazy? They said, so you said 50 Cent was being nice to her though.
Yeah, well, I mean, we all know 50 Cent is the troll. You know what I'm saying? He's the troll. He's king troll.
Yeah.
So it's like when they brought that up, he was like, "Yeah, I mean, what she said was correct. That it wasn't a private thing. It was something that was public, and the publicists began to get involved and dictate what we did, and it was just like he had nothing." Like, he didn't say she needed to get over it. He didn't say, it was nothing sarcastic, nothing like in regular 50 Cent fashion. And, his girl ended up, I guess he's rubbing off on her because his girl ended up, trolling her for that. And I feel like if I was Cuban Link, which is his girl name, I would be looking at giving him the side eye. Like, okay, you're
not giving 50 Cent a side eye.
I'm giving him the side eye.
No, you're not. Not when you don't have his money. You're not giving him. She should not give him the side eye.
No, I didn't say she was gonna kick him out. I didn't say she was going.
She don't have the authority to kick him out.
She was gonna go ham, but she would give him the side eye. Yeah, like, okay, why you ain't?
No, all that is, I'm gonna tell you.
Flattered about it?
Nah, I'm gonna tell you what it is. She got something on 50 Cent. She holding. She got a Joker call on 50. 50 trying to keep the bitch at bay. Because she already was saying when she broke. She said when she broke up that he was on some flimsy shit. Yeah. And I think 51 keep it safe. He like, look, keep that shit between. Because she was saying something like, because she was saying 50 like his butt ain't.
Yeah, he did.
And I'm sitting here saying, even though I done met a few niggas that has been open and honest about that, I still feel like everybody should keep that shit under wraps. Don't tell anybody
to themselves because
that's how these niggas still out here. You know what fucks me up? Niggas still out here. This is how I know niggas still be on a hamster wheel. It's 2021. We had a whole year or maybe two with COVID, and niggas still passing blunts to each other. Why? What's wrong with you niggas? At this point, you should be worried about everybody's saliva, sneezes, and snot. You niggas still, you want this? No, I don't. I'm good. You can just keep that going.
Okay.
I don't want that. I'm fine. I'm healthy. I'm all right. That shit baffles me. We was in the store early today. Old man walking in the joint without his mask. Motherfucker stops and hey. That nigga went in his pocket and put his. I say, yeah, watch that. But yeah, these niggas out here, yo, my nigga. No, nigga, I don't want that. I'm good. But yeah, man.
The pandemic don't apply to weed.
Oh, is it? Is it? Well, shit. That would be something. If the weed kept away COVID, oh my God, the world would be changed.
Oh my God.
The world would be a better place.
The world would be changed.
Hey, what's up with Texas, though? You want to go to Texas?
Yeah.
If you want to shoot a nigga.
I don't want to go to Texas.
If you want to shoot a nigga, go to Texas.
Yeah, because ain't no permits, nothing. You need to carry.
They said you don't need a permit, bro. So that means that I wonder if serial. I wonder if the serial numbers are straight. Is that fucked up? Like they clearly not caring.
It don't matter.
All drug deals in Texas.
That don't matter.
They said a lot of people was moving down to Texas because of these tax breaks and shit. Right. But now I think niggas gonna just going down there because they ready to be on some Wild Wild West shit.
A long time ago, I heard, I don't know if it's the same, but I heard that Texas wasn't really friendly to women as far as legally. You know what I'm saying? I heard that, like,
what you mean by
you know how, like, certain states, like, if you have a legal dispute with a woman, like, they'll lean more towards
the woman.
Right, or they'll have, like, a more balanced track record. But I heard, like, a long time ago, I don't know how true it is now, but I heard Texas was, like, one of those places that was, like, really, you know, manly. Like, really, like, as far as how the laws and legislation, it wasn't really very friendly to women.
I mean, I can
so
see
I've
that.
always been like, when it comes to
Texas, I had a layover flight at, when I was going to Cali. I had a layover joint in Houston one time, and man, I'm gonna tell you, the airport itself was humongous, and man, all I saw was beautiful women left and right. And I always say, I said, I don't know if I ever will visit Texas, but I feel like this is a place that I would like to be at.
Oh yeah, I feel like if you went down there, you'd be a totally different person.
Nigga, of course, because I'll be wearing them big ass hats and shit. Yeah. What was I about? Oh, black. You know what? I am so happy. I'm so happy because my son gets to enjoy something that I grew up enjoying. And he gets to enjoy it the right way. How it should be, how life should be. There's an all black Wonder Years that's about to be.
I heard.
All black.
I heard that, yeah.
With Don Cheadle.
That was your show, too.
Don Cheadle being the voice of the narration.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. When I saw that shit, I said, Hercules. I was so happy.
Yeah.
I was so happy because that show was my childhood.
And, you know, you mentioned something earlier that, like, women don't have them type of shows. Like, we don't have those shows.
They don't give a fuck about you girls' lives.
Not about us growing up at all.
Nah.
They just want to see when we got thick. They don't care about.
Yeah. The only time they show you is when the boy wanted to touch your butt in middle school.
That was it. That's the only time they show.
Y'all ain't got no girl the wood. Y'all ain't got no girl Friday. Nothing. Because you know what? But you be real though.
I feel like Love and Basketball was the closest we got to having a full story.
And that wasn't a full story.
It was just the intro of the movie. It's like, hey.
They don't care about bitches' lives.
They really
don't. But you know what I always wanted? Like, cause
I don't think Issa, because you know she
is she doing something?
She might. I feel like she might.
So Lauren London and Issa Rae had a beef?
They did. Apparently
see, this story's pissed me off.
Apparently the execs, I guess the show's on HBO, I think Issa's show.
Yeah, it's on
HBO. Okay, because you watched it with me. So they wanted Lauren London to play Issa's role. The execs were like, well, how about you just be behind the scenes? Okay. And they wanted Lauren London to play that role.
Oh, I would have watched that shit all the time.
So she was a little salty about that, you know, because she really wanted to play her role. So she always had a certain, and I guess, you know, people talking and hyping it up. So it was always a certain animosity there between each other.
Here we go.
But they said that Nipsey was the one that encouraged Issa, like, listen, she not like anything you hearing, you know what I mean? Like, Boog ain't like nothing you hearing. She's chill. Like, just go talk to her. It's just that they had a conversation that night when he asked her to go talk to her, and they've been cool ever since.
Listen, see, this is the shit that pissed me off. This is a typical 101 ugly girl don't like the pretty girl, and because she got power, the ugly girl wants to hold it over the pretty girl. That's what it is. My nigga, that show, what's the name of that shit?
I'll watch it.
That's fucked up. What's the name of that dumbass shit? All I'm saying is this. If that show had Lauren London, it would have went worldwide. You want to put your face on that bullshit.
And then we circle back to colorism.
No, it's not about colorism. It's about beauty and not beauty. There's some beautiful chocolate sisters out there. But it ain't Issa Rae. It's not Issa Rae. Nigga, who would fuck Issa Rae in this room? Raise your hand. Huh? Oh, this nigga over here. Nobody's touching that. So that's all I'm saying. She's a nice girl. She could be a very nice girl. But if she was in a strip club, niggas would tuck their ones in their pocket. Man, I'm good. What's next? When's Bridget coming? Nigga, ain't nobody fucking with her. So that's what I'm saying. She got all this smoke for the beautiful girl. Nah.
You know what it was is, you know how it is. I ain't in Hollywood, but I feel like Hollywood is probably like high school. Like, but you know how it is when people sicing it up like, oh, so-and-so probably thinks she could do better than you. Or so,
but
you
she
know, like,
would have done better than her.
Like in the middle, like it's probably a lot. Because they said they never had a conversation. So it wasn't like it was anything that happened. It was probably people in their ear like, you know what I'm saying, hyping the situation up.
But do you think that the show wouldn't have been better with Lauren London? Like I would have loved to see Lauren London doing rap scenes in her car. Like what the fuck? I don't want to see Issa Rae.
I love Lauren London, so I don't want to comment.
Don't. Great. Don't. On that note.
Yeah. That's why I'm like.
On that note, let's go ahead and wrap up. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. This has been a fun flowing show. We sat here and rap and flowed the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
You can have a co-host. Look, guys, he can do it. He can do it. Right?
My engineer just chuckled and laughed. Did not appreciate that at all. Did not appreciate that at all. I'm going to deduct from his money.
Okay. Dang, you can't even laugh.
Yeah. All right. But look, like I say, we're going to every week, Maf Kast, I'm bringing. We're going to talk about real life. We talk about real life topics. We're going to talk about everything, man. I want y'all to come in the comments. Follow me at JoMaf the Great. At JoMaf the GOAT. I'm sorry.
Great.
And,
okay, great. Go.
Well, you're great. You know what I'm saying? But the GOAT.
Follow me at Tia_Lavon on Instagram and Snapchat, and TiaLavon on Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah, and if you want to go check out some of my old music, all you gotta do is type in JoMaf, JoMaf, or anything. On anything, my shit gonna pop up. Mm-hmm. So and understand it's gonna be some new music on the way soon because the world needs that. You understand?
Okay.
So
look, Jay gonna come back and niggas started coming back too. Okay. That's what's up.
My nigga. First of all, don't do that on my outro. Don't do that on my outro. This is my outro. This ain't your show. All right. Anyway, it's been real. And I can't wait to see y'all again until next week. Easy.